Welcome back to Basses and Booze. This is the second episode coinciding with the end of Comic-Con, which is why I'm wearing this hat. Today's instrument is a Squier Deluxe Active Jazz Bass 5, and today's beer is Four Hands Ripple White Ale, made with orange, kind of like last time. Awesome. The Squier Deluxe Active Jazz Bass 5-string is made with a basswood body, a maple neck, which is incredibly wide. It's 2 inches, actually a little over 2 inches at the nut. It has an ebonol fingerboard. When the light hits it just right, you can see some grain. It has 20 medium jumbo frets and a 34-inch scale. It has chrome hardware with a top-load bridge, 19mm string spacing. It has volume, pickup blend, bass, treble, and mid-range adjustments in a 3-band active EQ, along with a slap switch. The stock Squier neck and bridge pickups on this model are an odd size for a Fender 5-string bass. The stock ones are 3.7 inches long, which is different than the usual size that a Fender American Standard or Mexican Standard bass would have. This one has been routed to fit standard Fender size bass pickups. These in particular are Seymour Duncan Basslines that are 4 inches long at the neck and 4.1 inches long at the bridge. There are custom pickup rings that were made to fit this to cover up the original mounting holes. With these new pickups, the slap switch, I really don't like how it sounds in the off position. It makes everything sound really muddy, so I leave the slap switch on. The only way I've been able to get the pickups to not sound muddy with the slap switch off is to crank the bass, treble, and mid knobs all the way up. So I'll give you an example of that. I will be playing this through a Keeley Bassist Limiting Amplifier pedal going into a Kustom DE50 amplifier, which is then mic'd, and that's what we'll be hearing. So this is volume all the way up, neck and bridge pickups, slap switch off, and then the bass, treble, and mid controls are set to the middle. And have a listen. Now with the bass, treble, and mid cranked all the way up. And then how I normally have it, which is the tones controls all set to the very middle and the slap switch on. Here's how it sounds finger-picked. We'll start with the neck pickup only. The bass, treble, and mid controls are all set to the very middle, and the slap switch is on. Neck and bridge. Bridge only. This is how it sounds picked. We'll start with the neck pickup. Neck and bridge. Bridge only. The neck pickup only, and I will not be using a pick right now. Hold on. Neck and bridge. And bridge only. Here's how it sounds with the various equalizer settings boosted and cut. So we'll start with a bass boost. Bass cut. Treble boosted. And treble cut. And we'll do mid boost. And mid cut. That's really good. It's a zillion degrees outside today, and I really hope that the cicadas that are making a lot of racket out there do not show up on the audio, but I guess we'll find out. My final verdict for this is I don't have a stock example to compare this to. So the only one I've ever had was this one, which was modified by the previous owner. It is a great platform for modifications, as you might be able to tell from this one, because a lot of Fender and Squier parts are interchangeable. Pickups are available in the original 3.7-inch size, so you don't have to route the body to change the pickups if you want to. Bartolini is one of the companies that makes replacement pickups of that size. Another modification that many people do is replace the preamp. This one still has the stock one, as far as I can tell. So I don't know how much of an improvement it would be. But I certainly like the way this one sounds with these pickups in it, even with the stock preamp. So, you know, your mileage may vary. The wide neck can take some getting used to, because this is the widest neck on a 5-string bass I've ever played. So some people might not be able to, they might not like it. I'm fine with it. Even though I have very small hands, I still manage to handle the string spacing at the nut very easily. So it just depends, once again, on the person. The 19mm spacing is also not for everybody. It's the same string spacing as a 4-string bass, just, you know, with one extra. Some people find that to be too wide for them. Narrower string spacing does make it easier to pick, but it makes it more difficult to slap. So I do like the 19mm spacing. In conclusion, play a stock one. You might like it. If not, you can always modify it rather easily. This one took a little more effort to modify, but it sounds great. So, you know, if you like tweaking stuff, go for it. As far as the Four Hands Brewing Company Ripple White Ale, for a hot day like this is perfect. In fact, I am drinking it in between words because I'm very thirsty right now because it's very hot outside. So this is another great hot day beer. Perfect for summer. If you like to taste orange, go for it. Yeah. So, yeah.